guys, and welcome to the Watch Views with your host DK. Now, just two pieces of housekeeping before we get into the review. There is an AliExpress sale coming up starting June 21st. I am not making an AliExpress video. The reason for that is, honestly, there's only two watches since I made any of the last three videos that I made. There'll be a link somewhere there for that list. That playlist, I should say, of all three lists. So check those out. Those are all still valid recommendations. But I just didn't think there was any point in making a new list when it wouldn't really be new. There was only two things I saw on there that were new that I'm actually interested in picking up. The Escapement Time Phylida that I reviewed previously, and there is a Tritium watch that I saw recently enough on AliExpress. I hadn't seen anyone else review that specific one, so I might get those two, but I didn't think that was worth making a new list for. Also, you only have 1 week left to enter my 750 subscriber competition, and then I will announce the winner. Again, link to that video will be somewhere here. So, now that we've got that out of the way, what are we looking at today? Well, we're looking at the Phylida SP-01. You mean you don't know what the Phylida SP-01 is? Okay, I'll narrow it down. It's the Phylida Speedmaster Homage. Homage of the Speedmaster, you say? So does that mean I think you should pick it up just because I have it? Well, you'll have to watch the rest of the review and find out. Let's take a look. So guys, just a bit of heads up, I paid about €150 for this one from the Phylida AliExpress store. I'll leave a link down below if you can find it, of course. You don't get much for €150 in terms of packaging. You basically just get the watch, as you can see there, in this little black and red cardboard box, the spare links, and that is it. So dimensions on this one, I make it 42mm in diameter. There's a bit of a protrusion on this one, you can see there just between those pushers. 46mm if you include those pushers. Lug tip to lug tip 48.5. However, with those male end links, you're getting it up to 56mm. Lug width 20mm. That bracelet then tapering slightly to 19.7, back up to 20mm at that clasp. Thickness 14.1mm. However, a good bit of that is that top hat crystal. You can see there it does protrude up quite a bit. The weight set up for my 7-inch wrist with 4 links removed, 160 grams. All links 176. So specifications on this one, it is all stainless steel, however it doesn't specify 316L stainless steel. This stainless steel is on the case, the crown, the pushers and the bracelet. You've got brushed on the sides with this tachymeter ceramic black bezel that is fixed in place, of course. As I say, you've got a mixture of brushed and polished, so polish on the crown and the pushers. You've got brushed on the side of the case there. You've got a chamfered polished edge on the top of the upper lugs, and then you've got a more brushing then leading in towards that bracelet. It does as well have brushing on the bracelet itself. You can see there the outer links of the bracelet are brushed. Speaking of which, it is a solid link bracelet and a solid end links. You can see there, very, very solid, nicely put together. It is also a proper 5-piece bracelet. So you can see all those pieces do actually move independently of one another, meaning it should also flow down nicely into the wrist and conform a bit better than if they were a fake 3-piece. You can see there as well, it is a mixture of brushed and high polish on that bracelet, brushed on the outside and then high polish in the inner links, and then in the very middle it is brushed again. Brushed on the sides of the links as well, and they are just push pins to size it up. You do get a milled clasp as well, you can see there, with a 2-pusher release, and it does also for some reason have a diver's extension. I think this is a holdover from some of the other Phylida watches that they make. You can see here as well, it is a domed piece of sapphire crystal. It is actually a top hat, so it's sort of stepped up nicely as well. Loads of distortion, but no anti-reflective coating on this one. Unsigned pull push crown and non-screw down pushers, along with an exhibition case back showing off the gorgeous movement, give this 50 meters water resistance. It is a sterile case back with the exhibition, no writing at all, but you don't really want it because you want to have a look at that really, really nicely decorated movement. Lots of colors going on here as well, and you can see those wheels turning for the chronograph feature, and stop and push it again, and you can see it snap back into place. Very, very cool. Just to prove as well that it is sapphire, just in case you don't trust Phylida for any reason, here is my diamond selector 2. Give it a quick test and you can see there, nice strong reading for sapphire crystal. The movement inside is the 22 joule Seagull ST19 mechanical chronograph movement. It is hand winding, it does not hack. You turn the crown to wind it, you push the top pusher to start the chronograph movement, so we'll just give that a good solid push there. So you pull out the crown as well, obviously, to set the time. It only has one position, you pull it out once and you still use it to set it. You have your 3 subdials, you have your running seconds, you have your 12-hour subdial, and you have your 30-minute chronograph tracker. Press it once, nice solid push, gives it that nice flowing feel to it. You can see there, push it again, and then to reset, push the bottom pusher. Very, very simple to operate and very, very satisfying flyback. And let's get into the macro. So as you would expect, this is an homage of the Speedmaster, of course. So very, very similar dial. Phylida with chronograph in red and mechanical all printed there. Applied indices with those two little sort of silver balls there at the 12 o'clock just to mark it out as something different. They're all baton indices all the way around with a printed minute track around the outside. You can see there fairly simple stick hands and then the triangular chronograph hand, which is slightly, ever so slightly misaligned as you can see. They are all in white as well, very, very thin hands all the way around, again aping the Omega Speedmaster. You've got your applied sunken in subdials as well, pretty nice there as well with the white, very, very legible, very, very easy to read and very simple. And here it is out on my 7-inch wrist, a bit of an overcast day, but still giving good light off on this one. Really, really nice on the bracelet. I actually took it off the bracelet and was wearing it on the leather strap, which you'll see later on in a while. Not really sure why I did that, because when I put the bracelet back on, it was very, very nice. I actually enjoyed my time a lot more with this one than I was expecting. For whatever reason, I just didn't fall in love with the bracelet originally. However, if like me you don't fall in love with the bracelet, how about a Desari Crazy Horse leather strap? Very, very nice. This one I got from free from Strapsco. I do not have to send it back, but it is very nice. Quick release spring bars and that sort of vintage stitching look. Very, very cool. Goes well with the Speedmaster Homage look. However, if you want to go cheap and cheerful, this is an AliExpress Marine Nationale. I actually just picked these up about a week or so ago, maybe 2 weeks ago. I can't remember now exactly when they came in. Big fan of Marine Nationales. They don't have the bulk of a NATO, but they give you all the capabilities and all the looks. However, if you want to go for something different, this is the black strap that I was speaking about earlier. This is what I've been wearing on mostly. This is a Watch Gecko strap, very, very comfortable on, really, really suits it. Looks like it was made specifically for the Phylida Speedmaster as well. Very, very cool. Sorry, it's Phylida Speedmaster Homage, I should say, just to clarify. However, again, if you don't want to go that and you don't really like the bracelet, but you still want to have stainless steel, how about a Milanese mesh? This one is also Watch Gecko. This came in a multi-pack of straps I bought. If you're ever on eBay and if you can find a multi-pack of Watch Gecko straps for cheap, pick them up. They're not the highest quality, but they are pretty nice in fairness and very good value on offer. And this one is one I've had hanging around in my collection and I've never been able to use it. This is an Omega style deployant clasp strap that I actually bought for my Pagani design No Time to Die, but it didn't fit it properly. However, when I threw it on the Speedmaster Homage by Phylida, it just looked amazing. And it is time for the Lume. So you're not getting Omega levels of Lume on this one. So as you can see, those hands are lumed, but they do seem to fade quite quickly. Now this is 15 minutes of footage sped up, but to be honest, I actually had to cut a bit of footage because as you can see, the Lume does go away quite quickly. Now it's a chronograph, it's not a dive watch, so I always forgive chronographs a bit more if the Lume isn't up to snuff, but I just would have preferred if it was a little bit better. It's just a small bit disappointing. Alright, so what do I like and what do I not like about this Phylida Speedmaster Homage? First thing I love is the fact that finally an exhibition caseback has been given the movement it deserves. That Seagull ST19 chronograph is gorgeous. Loads of colours in this one. You can see those jewels, you can see the gears moving away. Well worth having an exhibition caseback. Also, it is great value for money. You're getting a ceramic bezel, you're getting top hat sapphire, you're getting stainless steel, you're getting a proper mechanical chronograph and a decent bracelet as well. Very, very nice with a milled clasp, of course. Not really sure why you'd have a diver's extension on a watch like this, especially when it's a 50 meters water resistance, but yeah, that's not the worst thing in the world. However, I will go into more detail about that bracelet. The fact that it's a proper 5-link is excellent. Again, I don't know why I didn't fall for this bracelet originally. However, when I had this on for a while, I started to remember. One of the dislikes is the finishing on the bracelet end links is very poor. You can see there's bits of high polish still left on the brushing bit. It's not really properly finished at all. It's a bit sloppy. You can see there down at the bottom left of the end link. It just looks awful, really. Bit sloppy, bit poor. The other thing as well is do not sleep with this watch on, because I accidentally did and slept with it. It must have pushed the pusher during the night, because when I went to check it in the morning, it was saying 2 AM. The hand had been running. I obviously sleep with my arm under my head. the chronograph started running and the watch died while I was asleep. So not the best if you tend to wear your watches during bedtime. Water resistance as well, with that screw down case or exhibition case back and lack of screw down crown and pushers, you just get 50 meters water resistance. So why on earth have you got a diver's clasp on it? Also, not all straps suit this watch, even though it looks well with lots of them. There is a bit of an issue there. Those lugs do have a sort of a strange pin system for them. It means that some straps there's a big gap, as you might have seen on the leather strap. As I say there, you do also have one big issue, which is no micro adjusts on this one. You get a diver's adjustment system, but no micro adjusts. So if this one doesn't fit you with the diver's extension, or if by popping in a link or taking out a link, you're pretty much screwed. You have to wear it on a different strap. And it's a shame because the bracelet is very nice quality, but if you can't adjust it and you can't fit it to your wrist, it doesn't matter how nice it is, you can't just wear it. So guys, there you have it, my review of the Phylida SP-01, or as we're all going to more likely call it, the Phylida Speedmaster Homage. A mechanical chronograph with a beautiful movement inside the back of it, with an exhibition case back that actually deserves to be there, and an homage of one of the world's most famous watches, of course, the Omega Speedmaster that went to the moon. An amazing looking piece, a really fantastic watch in many, many aspects, with a couple of small drawbacks. So I did go through those in review, but do I think you should get one? Yes, absolutely. If you like the looks of this watch, there isn't anything else I've seen on the market that has the same level of specs for the same price. €150 will get you a mechanical chronograph with the iconic Speedmaster looks. And if you don't like the bracelet, or you feel that maybe the finishing on it is poor like it was on mine, you can always swap it out for a multitude of other straps. And one that I didn't show actually would be very cool is the NASA style Velcro strap. That would be a really cool idea. I just didn't have one in my collection. But if anyone does decide to do that, tag me on Instagram. I'd love to see it. Guys, hopefully you have enjoyed the review. I do think you should pick one of these up if they ever come back in stock, of course. I have been your host, DK. This has been the Watchtower Watch Reviews, and I will see you guys next time.